Everyone. How we doing? Oh my gosh, look at these beautiful faces. Oh, look, there's some people here I haven't seen in so long. So good to see you. What a pleasant treat. Oh, this is so nice. How's everyone doing? Doing good? Yeah, good. Perfect. Okay, so some of you are here today and you were not here yesterday. So, which is fine, totally fine. Did you, just so I know where we're at in this process, those of you that were not here yesterday, did you happen to get the worksheets sent that were sent in the email and the recording?
I didn't know that. I thought they were individual days, so I haven't done anything with it. I apologize.
Totally fine. This is for you. You've got all the materials, you're going to have all the recordings, so that's fine. Um, No need to apologize, is my point, Jamie, at all, ever. So, okay, that's totally fine. So I just wanted to know where we were at. So there are some people who were not here yesterday, and then there's some people who are returning. So that's perfect. So I think yesterday at one point we had like 23 people on. So there might be people coming in and following up, or they might watch the recording. So what I'm going to do is just kind of I'm not going to go over yesterday like we did because that would be redundant for the people who were here. But we're going to just do a shortcut and then I'm going to kind of show you how to put it all together. Okay. So what we did yesterday was we really talked about the importance of knowing what your core values are. And the reason that it's so important to understand what your core values are is because they should be driving every part of your business. They are what make you authentically you. And when you lead your business as your authentic self, there is no better way to attract clients who also have similar core values, who appreciate your core values, who have a deep understanding of who you are. It's also great to really know your core values early on, because those of you that have maybe a goal to bring people on into a team, or you're looking to just build allied resources, and or you're looking to express what you do on social media, this is a great way to say, this is who I am, this is what I stand for, and this is why. So our core values are what get us up in the mornings on the days that we really just don't feel like it. They're bigger than us. They're bigger than profit. So what happens when we have enough money in the bank and we have enough clients in the pipeline? We just really don't feel like selling more real estate. Actually, I think that happens to some of us, right? We go a month and we've got several closings and we're like, oh, we're good. And I'm going to take my foot off the pedal. And then all of a sudden, 2 months later, it's panic mode because all of them have closed. You're like, I don't have anything now. And I haven't picked up the phone. What's bigger than us that's going to drive us? What are the core values? So we went through that, and in your packet that was sent to you in your email was the list of like some prompts for core values to look at. So you can take a look at that, understanding that. And so when you understand that, that's going to be the driving force of everything that you are looking at throughout the rest. Then what we want to do is we really want to understand our clients. And so I went ahead and I did the research for you on what buyers and sellers are looking for and want and need most according to the research. And by the way, if you haven't gone to like nar.com, please do that, because you're paying for it. If you are in real estate and you pay your dues, you're paying NAR to do research for you. So go there and find it. But buyers and sellers, so there's surveys out there of what buyers and sellers are looking for most. Okay. And so we discovered that the number one thing that buyers want most is they want their agent to help them find a home. Well, in today's world, pretty easy to find a home if it's listed. We're in the world of the internet, right? So if we know that that's the number one want, we have to know what skills we have, what drives us, what we can bring to the table that's going to set us apart from our competition. What is it that makes us different? But first, we have to understand that we are the product. Then we know that sellers have like more, like they want more things. They don't just have like one that stands out. Buyers are like, I want my agent to help me find the home. They want other things, but they're down there. They want to help negotiate. They want help with paperwork and stuff, but that's down further. Sellers are kind of more even on what it is they're looking for. They want help marketing their home. They want it priced competitively. They want it sold within a specific time frame. They obviously want you to find a buyer. They want you to be able to make recommendations on maybe fixing it up so they can get top dollar. So these are more even as far as percentages go of what sellers want. So we have to know, first of all, what do buyers and sellers want and need most? What can I bring to the table from my expertise, from my experience, my skills that make me uniquely me? Because I am the product, I'm selling me. Our inventory is not the product. We all have the same inventory as everybody else, right? We're not used car salespeople. We don't just have what's on our lot. I have the same inventory as everybody else in the state of Michigan because I'm licensed to sell in the state of Michigan. So what makes me uniquely me? Okay, so we got to be able to do that. Now, here's what I want us to do. You've gone through the worksheets and you've filled out the questions. You've thought, what are the 3 to 5 core values that I have? What do people think about me? Right? What does the outside world think about me? If someone were to say, hey, describe Brooke to me, describe Sadie to me, describe Karen to me, what would people say? We want to know, is that a reflection of how I actually feel on the inside? If you don't know, ask them. Are you being your true, authentic self? Because if you're not, it's going to be a real exhausting way to work. Really exhausting. Anybody ever feel like they really need the listing and you're sitting across the table and inside you're going, yeah, this is going to be a long road, but I really need this. And the minute you walk out the door, you regret it. Yeah, we want to do that because you just took up space for someone else and you know that that's going to be a problem client. So we want to just make sure that we're leading with our authentic selves. Okay, so what would people say about you? And is that truly who you are? Then we want to know, what's my experience? What unique skills do I have? As I said yesterday, I don't care if you've been in real estate for 1 day or for 30 years. All of you have experience that will help you. And I'm going to show you some examples today. I actually have created some scenarios of a brand new agent, of an agent who has experience and is in the luxury market. And I have created some of their ideal avatars for you. And I'm going to show you how to put that together for you. So no matter what level you're at, I'll show you how to put it together. Okay. So you came up with that. What's my experience? What are my skills? Now I want you to think for a minute. I want you to ask yourself, because most of the time we sit there and go, well, yeah, my avatar is buyers and sellers. I'll just work with everybody, which yes, we will. Well, almost everybody. I've definitely said no thank you to people, right? However, mainly work with? Think about that. Who is your main client? Your avatar. So when I first got into real estate in 2010, my client was much different than who I would work with today. Mainly. We're generalizing here. Okay? But a lot of my clients now are kids are going to college, graduating college. They're starting to maybe buy a second home, cottages, downsizing. A little bit different than maybe first-time home buyers or looking to size up because they're having a bigger family, wanting to be in neighborhoods, worried about school systems, right? First-time home buyers, if you're, my son is 22. He's got a couple friends that went into real estate. Their avatar is probably going to be a little bit different than mine. All of his friends and himself are paying rent. He's starting to ask me, Mom, what do you think about me buying a duplex? I'm like, yes, 100%. Am I going to live in a duplex? No, not a chance. Different avatar. See where I'm going with this? So I really want you to just sit with yourself for a second and say, okay, where am I at in my life right now? Because that is most of the time where your clients are too. Most of them. Now, a lot of times we're afraid to speak to one person or to one group because I don't want to exclude everybody else. You don't have to. But I'll tell you, it pays off if you do. Doesn't mean you're excluding everybody else. But when you can speak directly to an avatar and you know their pain points and you know what they've gone through and you know why they're looking to buy or sell and you can be relatable, that's why they're going to hire you. So you really want to think about who is that? Who is that? Okay. Then I want you to think, okay, we know the buyers and sellers' top wants and needs, but what is this specific avatar's wants and needs? What are they complaining about? What are they worried about? First-time home buyer. I just said my kids' friends. They're putting money in rent. They're not building long-term wealth. Like, I don't know about you, but that just drives me mad. like, no. Right? So that's that could be a problem I would want to solve. Okay? Luxury market. Inflation. No one knows what's going to happen. I don't know. So you gotta start thinking about what are the pain points? What are people thinking about? What are you hearing? What are you experiencing? You're not excluded from it. So really start thinking about that. And then I want you to think, okay, what benefits have I brought? What benefits do I offer? What are the benefits of working with me? Now, some of you might be like, Brooke, I don't know. That's okay. I want you to play a game with me here. I asked you yesterday, who had set a goal for 2025? And most of you rose your hand and said, yep, I did. I set a goal. Beautiful. I want you to imagine you having already achieved that goal. Okay. So let's say your goal is you wanted to sell 10 million in 2025. Put yourself in the place that you've already accomplished that. Feels pretty good, right? Whatever that goal is, you already accomplished it. Now ask yourself, how did I benefit my clients? How did I service my clients? All we're doing is making a promise to what we're going to do. So whether you've done it or not is irrelevant. Put yourself in the position of I've already done it and create the promise. Make sense? If you have questions on that, put it in the chat. All right. So my avatar would love blank, but I can't, my avatar has a problem with low inventory. Now I could say that I would door knock for them, but Brooke, I've never door knocked. That's a lie. Could you make a promise that you would door knock? Would your best self door knock? Would the version of you who sells $10 million do whatever it took to find them a home, whether it be off market or not? Yeah. Okay. Well, let's start thinking from that version. Let's make a promise. Let's have integrity. Let's say what we're going to do to earn our compensation. And then let's do that. So think about that. What would the benefits be of working with me? What's my promise? What puts me above? How am I going to solve my clients' problems? Okay. And then we're always going to take that, we're going to tie it back to your own core values. To your own core values. Okay. So when I am talking about like your value propositions, I'm actually really talking about not just a written value proposition, but I'm talking about how you show up, how you post on social media, how you present yourself. I have a saying that we're in real estate, we're always on an interview. Always. Like the days of just being able to go, I mean, to the grocery store and not run into anybody that you don't want to are over, right? The one time you go and you don't want to run into anybody is the day that you run into everybody. So like you're always on an interview. So when you lead with your core values and you are saying, this is who I am, it's got to be authentically you. So go through those worksheets and answer them really thoroughly. And be very, very honest about it. Because the more honest that you are, the more that you're going to attract your ideal client. And make no mistake about it. There's always going to be someone on social media who has more followers than you. There's always going to be somebody who does more business than you. Who cares? Turn off the noise. Because if somebody relates to you and likes you, they will use you every time over the person who does more business or who has more followers. every time. We get stuck in these stories that we don't want to put ourselves out there because so-and-so does better, or because so-and-so is in my market and they have more business, or because, oh, I live in a neighborhood that, and this agent lives there too, and they've been in the business for 20 years. Enough of the stories. When you are authentically yourself, people will work with you. People work with people who they know, like, and trust. But if you don't put yourself out there and have a call to action, how do they know you? How do they even know if they like you? And if you don't have a call to action, how do they even know what to do? It's just the story that we're telling ourselves. So if that's your story, I want you to put yourself into the position that you've already accomplished your end goal. Tell yourself the story from that place. It's the identity shift. It's like the biggest thing I work on in my coaching. It's because it's the biggest roadblock for people. I get the yeah buts all the time. Yeah, but, yeah, but, yeah, but. Y'all know what I'm talking about with the yeah buts. I was the yeah but queen, so bring them all to me. Yeah, but, yeah, but. Okay. So put yourself in that position and write it from there. Yeah, buts live in the forest. Yes, that's right, Cindy. Yeah, buts. So what I'm going to do now, anybody here use this chat GPT or any AI? If you're not, you're behind. Okay, so please tell me you're using AI in some way, shape, or form. Now, do not make the mistake of replacing AI with you. Meaning, don't just go into AI and be like, hey, AI, write me a value proposition that's going to attract all the buyers and sellers. And then copy and paste. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Okay, so once you have filled out everything, I do recommend that you go in there. Why? Because it's there for you. It's a tool. It's a shortcut. But what I don't want you to do is give it vague instruction and then copy and paste it and then have it. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I can spot something that was copy and pasted from AI in like a second, right? Like, please make it yours even after it spits it out. So I'm going to show you what I did in ChatGPT. Hesitantly, not hesitantly, because all of you are very, very smart, not hesitantly, but with like really saying after it spits it out, please just use what it spits out as like a guideline, a shortcut, and then still make it yours in your language. Fair? Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and just kind of show you what I've done. And I apologize because I do have a little bit of a messy screen because I didn't clean it up before. Okay. Can everybody see this? Can you see my screen? All right, let me move this up here for a second. Okay, so, oh goodness. I'm a coach. I'm definitely not a tech person, so I apologize. Not a tech coach, that's for sure. Goodness. Come on. There we go. Okay. So the first one, you're going to see I'm telling ChatGPT exactly what to be. And then I'm going to tell it who my avatar is. And I'm also going to tell it exactly how I answered the questions that are in your worksheets. Okay? So I've done all the outlining for you. All you have to do is go in and answer the questions. And then go into ChatGPT. So I just said, okay, ChatGPT, let's do this. Be a real estate agent who's brand new, less than a year. I always tell ChatGPT do non-whimsical because otherwise I get like these like ridiculous words. And I'm like, I'm a very straight shooter. I don't know if anyone knows DISC, but I'm like high D all over the place. So I'm like whimsical would someone be like, no way, Brooke. So value proposition that will appeal to my main avatar, first-time home buyers, but not deter from buyers and sellers who aren't brand new to the real estate market from working with me. Make it unique, memorable, and persuasive, and express the true value of working with me, how hard I work to earn my compensation, how I hold myself to a high standard. Let's do that by sharing the following information. This is what you went and filled out. Who I specifically serve, buyers and sellers in the real estate market. My customer's main problem. I mainly work with first-time home buyers due to where my sphere of influence happens to be in life. However, I love working with buyers and sellers of all stages. The things I offer, the benefits. For buyers, no one will work harder than me to find a home. Probably accurate because they probably have more time and probably fewer clients. Right at this point, I'm tenacious. I stop at nothing. I'll do whatever it takes. I help first-time home buyers get out of paying rent and into gaining equity and building wealth. For sellers, I'm extremely creative and I have a strong social media presence. My marketing stands above the crowd. What makes me these benefits of value? How do I solve? My core values carry me through everything I do. They include commitment, growth, and achievement. I allow these to drive me because I see people afraid of the buying process, which is preventing them from the American dream and building long-term wealth. Do you see how I took something bigger than myself? I don't want to just make a profit in my business. I want to make a difference. Okay? We got to want to make a difference. I want to make a difference. I see people afraid of the buying process. It's preventing them from going after the American dream, and they're not being able to build long-term wealth. My goal is bigger than my own benefit, and I want to be a part of that solution. My skills, these are right in your worksheets. Seeing creative possibilities and being able to thoroughly explain things clearly. Here's my experience. Can you see how this might be a younger person? I was a nanny for 5 years, and I did many group projects throughout my college years. So this is a prime example of somebody that would come to me and say, Brooke, I just really don't know what my experience would be. This is what ChatGPT came up with. Buying or selling a home is one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make, and I take that responsibility seriously. I specialize in helping first-time home buyers break free from renting and building long-term wealth. But I work just as tirelessly for every buyer and seller, no matter their experience level. For buyers, I don't just help you find a home. I stop at nothing to get you the right home. I know the process can feel overwhelming, so I break it down step by step, ensuring you're confident in every decision. My commitment doesn't end when we find a house. I fight for the best deal, navigate every detail, and make sure you walk away feeling empowered. For sellers, I bring a fresh, creative approach to marketing your home with a strong social media presence and innovative strategies. I don't just list your home, I make sure it stands out, attract buyers and sellers for top dollar. At my core, I believe in commitment, growth, and achievement, not just for myself, but for my clients. I work this hard because I know homeownership changes lives, and I want to be a part of making that happen for you. My background in childcare and teamwork has given me patience, adaptability, and the ability to communicate complex information clearly so you're never left guessing. People describe me as friendly, committed, and hardworking, and I bring those qualities to every transaction, whether you're a first-time home buyer, an experienced seller, or somewhere in between. I'm all in for you. Let's make your real estate goals a reality together. Okay. Pretty good. I just answered the questions, threw it in, ChatGPT, put something together. I could take that as like a foundation and make that my own. Okay. Now, for my more experienced agents, here's something else. Be a real estate agent who has 15 years of real estate experience and craft me a unique and fun value proposition that will appeal to my main avatar, luxury buyers and sellers, but not deter buyers and sellers who aren't necessarily in the luxury real estate market from working with me. Make it unique, memorable, and persuasive and express the true value. And that I hold myself to a high standard. It should be written in a way that will appeal to this type of buyer and seller. Let's do that by sharing the following information. I specifically serve buyers and sellers in the luxury real estate market. My customer's main problem, I mainly work with luxury market due to where my sphere of influence happens to be in life. However, I love working with buyers and sellers of all stages. They're frustrated with the lack of inventory and inflated prices. The big things I offer, my benefits for buyers, I'm extremely connected. My experience helps me network with other agents, and I'm always asking what they have been coming up on the market. I'm in the top 10% of my market, so I'm always on listing appointments and have upcoming listings. My database is full of people who know and trust me. I'm connected to them and always asking who they know that's ready to sell. For sellers, I'm extremely connected to the community and know the neighborhoods better than anyone else. What makes these benefits of value to my clients? How do I solve it? My core values carry me through everything I do. They include fun, charity, and abundance. I allow these to drive me because I am passionate about children and give 10% of every closing to Kids Food Basket. I love to live big and have fun, so abundance is the only way to give more and live big. I help my clients by thoroughly explaining the market and work with them to figure out the best way for them to win in a competitive market. People describe me as fun, caring, and professional. My skills are I'm extremely connected and friendly. My experience that makes me great at real estate is I have a lot of real estate experience, and before that, I stayed home with my children. I volunteered in their schools and made many connections in the community. Let's see what it did with that. Real estate isn't just about buying or selling, it's about winning in a competitive market, and that's exactly what I help my clients do. With 15 years of real estate and experience and a top 10% ranking in my market, specialize in luxury real estate while welcoming buyers and sellers of all stages of life. Frustrated by low inventory and high prices? That's where my connections make the difference. As a trusted and well-connected agent, I'm always in the know whether it's off-market opportunity for my buyers or the perfect high exposure strategy for my sellers. My extensive network of agents, homeowners, and industry professionals gives my clients exclusive access that others simply don't have. But my work isn't just about deals. It's about people, community, and impact. My core values of fun, charity, and abundance guide everything I do, and I donate 10% of every closing to Kids Food Basket to give back in a meaningful way. My clients describe me as fun, caring, and professional, a combination that makes real estate feel less like a transaction and more like an exciting, stress-free journey. Whether you're searching for your dream home or selling for top dollar, you deserve an agent who's as invested in your success as you are. Let's make your next move seamless, strategic, and rewarding experience. Ready? Let's get started, because luxury isn't just a price point, it's a level of service. By the way, I love that tagline. Luxury isn't just a price point, it's a level of service. Okay. Can you see how this alone could simply attract clients who share the same core values as you and who appreciate what you bring to the table? Just by sharing that information. Yes or yes? Definitely, Jan says. Good. Thank you, Jan. I appreciate that. Okay. So go in, make it your own, whatever if you don't love AI, don't use it. But by answering those questions, it really kind of hones in on who you are, but we want everything to be driven by your specific core values. Okay. Now, Cindy asks, I love this question. How long or how short? Now, great question. Who's the product? You are. So who gets to decide? You. There's no right or wrong. So I'm going to say, if you are a person who would not like to sit and read that, then make it short. So short is good. Yeah. So Cindy, if you're like, I would just rather get to the point, then make it to the point. Right? If you want it bullet point it. If you don't want it long in a story, don't have it be a story. Right? If you want it written in third person, have it written in third person. However you want it is yours. Some people are going to call this a bio. Some people are going to call this a value proposition. It makes absolutely no difference what you call it. What matters is that people know who you are. What matters even more than that is that you are clear on who you are. And most of us haven't taken the time to figure that out. Okay? Most of us haven't even taken the time to figure out, like, who is my ideal avatar? And then we get on social media or we are talking to clients and we're literally like sold. Yeah, cool. How'd you help them? Oh, but now I know my avatar's pain points. And now I know my strengths. And now I have a story to tell. And now I become relatable. Will that set you apart from everybody else who's just saying, sold? Look at me, I did it again. Like, who cares? You're in real estate. You're supposed to sell. Tell me what you did. Tell me how you helped someone. Tell me how you added value to their life. What they're really saying is, tell me what's in it for me. If I were to hire you, how would you add value to me? That's what they want to know. So holding up a sold sign with a picture and saying, look at me, I sell a whole bunch of real estate, does not speak to your clientele. Is there anything wrong with that? No. Celebrate your wins. I love celebrating. I'm going to celebrate all your wins with you. But you've got to tell the story behind it to be relatable, to be likable, to be like, so for people to know you, like you, trust you. Right? So how do we do that? I'm going to tell you. There's some ways. Now, what we just crafted there, our value proposition, again, make it yours. If you, I mean, I know a lot of your personalities, and some of you, please make it very whimsical and kind, and others of you, please make it direct and to the point. And you know who I'm talking to. You know if I'm talking to you. Linda, I see a squirming. So, right? Yeah, me too, right? Like, just get to the point, girl. Like, I don't want to read through the fluff, right? But if I hire you, I know I'm going to get someone who's going to give it to me straight. I want to read your value proposition and hear your personality through it. I want to know what I'm getting. Make sense? So, where does it go? Once you've crafted it, I've got, let's see if I can share. And I can share it with you. Does anyone use Canva? Can you see this? Can you see this here? Yeah, okay. So this is just an example of one. It's just like, why hire Brooke? Okay. Um, Real easy. Why hire Brooke? And then I just copy and paste the whatever, my value proposition is, put in any of like credentials that I want or any bullet points that I want to put in, and then just say what I want to say with my headshot. That's just a Canva format. You're going to want to make it like compliant with your brokerage and stuff, right? So that's if you want if you want me to send you the Canva like format of that, let me know and I'm happy to do that. Not a problem. It's literally a copy and paste thing. Okay. So I will send that to you if you want that from Canva. But what you're going to do is you're going to just put that. Okay, Jan says, yes, please. Happy to do that. We'll just send that over to you. Okay. We'll send you the link. So you're going to want to just put that in there, your headshot, whatever you have in there, and then your written value proposition. If you don't have like credentials or you haven't been in real estate long, or you want to just put a testimonial in there instead, feel free. If you don't want to put anything in there, don't. This is, again, yours. Where does it go? Put it on your website. People, it's amazing how many agents actually don't even have anything on their website. It's crazy that you can't find put it on Zillow, put it on your board's site, put it where it says bio. Where it says bio, put this. Put it on your LinkedIn bio. Put this everywhere. This is where this goes. Okay? Where's it go? It goes everywhere. Well, Brooke, isn't that redundant? Yes, you want it to be. You want it to be consistent. Okay? Put it everywhere. What else do you do with it? That one sheeter that I showed you, print it. Put it in your buyer presentations. Put it in your listing presentations. That's the second page of mine. And following it is testimonials. Do I sit and read it to my clients? No, absolutely not. They've already looked me up. They already know me. I know what they're getting, but it's there. Okay. Print it. Anyone work with Allied Resources, have a network of people who you refer and they refer you. If you don't, you should. If you don't know how to do that, get with me. It's part of my program. It is a huge part of your business. If you don't know how to do that, you're missing a big piece of your business. When you have your networking meetings, when you have your one-on-ones with them, that is what you give them. Several copies. Okay. You give them several copies of that printed. You don't just say, let's exchange business cards. They're going to give you a flyer. You're going to give them that. Why? Because you're your product. They're going to give you a list of what they offer for their products, and you're going to give them a list of what you offer for your product. You. See how this works? So it goes everywhere. Buyer presentations, listing presentations, all over your websites, all over your social media. Make it consistent. Now, done is better than perfect. Okay? Please don't spend like 6 years on this. Don't even spend 6 hours on this. Answer the questions, plug it in, make it your own. If it is authentically you, then it's perfect. All right. Now, what it's also going to do is it is your promise to your clients. If you say, I give 10% back to this charity, please give 10% back to that charity. If you say, I do drone videos for all of my marketing. Please do drone videos for all of your marketing. If you say you are going to hear from me every single Friday, whether we are in escrow or not, and I'm going to tell you what I did to find you off-market properties, please, every Friday, call them and tell them what you did to find off-market properties. This is your promise. This is what you're telling them you're doing to earn your compensation. This is why they're hiring you. And the reason that you are so driven to do it is because the core values that drive you are bigger than you. You got to have something bigger than you. And if you don't know what that is, just say, why am I in real estate? Because I want to make a lot of money. And ask yourself why 5 times. Well, why do I want to make a lot of money? Because I really like nice things. One way. Well, why do I really like nice things? I don't know. Because I didn't have nice things growing up. Oh, okay. So why do you want to have nice things? Because you didn't have nice things growing up. Well, because I felt really insecure. I didn't like not having money. I didn't like having to wear hand-me-downs. So why do you want to make a lot of money? Because I feel really confident and secure. Ah, so security, confidence. See where I'm going? Whatever that is, I don't know. Whatever that is. Giving back. Why do you want to give back? If you have a charity of choice and you don't know why that's your charity of choice, you better ask yourself 5 times, because otherwise giving to that charity is not going to be a big reason why. Like if you give to like the pound and you don't give a hoot about animals and you just think it sounds good because your clients might care about animals, like wrong charity. It's not going to drive your business. It's got to be something you're passionate about. Make sense? So ask yourself why 5 times. Why am I doing this business? The purpose of business has got to be bigger than profit. You can't stay in business without profit. You have to have profit to stay in business. Let me make that clear. You are business owners. You have to be profitable to stay in business. Don't ever get that mixed up. So don't ever be weird about asking for money. It's what you're compensated for. You work hard for that. It's what people are hiring you for. They want to pay you because you are really good at what you do. You have to be profitable at what you do, at your job. But your purpose of your business has to be bigger than that. Otherwise, there are going to be days that you don't feel like getting up, and you're not gonna. Okay? Okay. Now, I also touched on social media a little bit. Okay, I touched on that and how are we going to share what our core values and what our value is to our clients on social media or even in our listing and buying presentations. And how are we going to express this? Okay, well, we're all salespeople. Anybody ever hear the expression stories sell? Yeah, stories sell. So how many of us are really good at sharing stories? Isn't it interesting how we're all salespeople, yet we don't share stories? We just say, oh, sold. Share stories. If you know what value you bring to the table, you know your ideal avatar. By the way, you're probably sitting a lot more with your buyers now because you have to. Can't just go out and show someone a house. You actually have to do a consultation now, or I hope you are. Hope, please. Okay. So let me give you some storytelling things. Get out a pen and paper. This is going to change everything for you on your social media or even in your presentations. When you're tempted to share that you had a closing or share that you are top 100 or share that you have a new listing, whatever that is, I want you to tell a story behind it. Because you're talking to everybody that's looking at you. And just because they don't like or comment doesn't mean they're not watching. Promise you that. Okay? You're always on an interview. They want to know how you helped someone because they're always asking, how can you help me? So what you want to identify first is, what was your client's struggle when they came to you? Okay? Tell the story. If you know your clients struggle when they come to you, by the way, every listing and buyer appointment that you have, you can be like, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful that you told me that. I just worked with a client that had that same issue. Then you're going to walk through the journey. This is what we did. This was their struggle. This is what we did. This is the outcome. This is how we won. This is how we won. This is why I'm so passionate about serving. Core values. This is why I serve. And then a call to action. Okay. Does that make sense? So it would be like, Jamie and her husband were Jamie and her husband came to me 6 months ago. They put their house on the market 2 years ago. They were super frustrated because they only had 2 showings and the house sat on the market for 6 months. They came to me and asked me for help. I immediately came over. I hired a stager. The stager recommended that they paint some of their red walls and their lime green walls, and they moved around a little bit of furniture to make it appeal to a broader audience of buyers. It took Jamie and her husband a weekend to make these changes. Within 7 days, we had 18 showings and 3 offers. I'm so passionate about what I do. And if you didn't know this, the reason why is because kids are my life, and I give a portion of every commission check that I make to Kids Food Basket. If you've been frustrated with the selling process before and you're not working with an agent now, and you need someone who's an expert on making recommendations to get your house sold fast and with little hassle, I'd love to work with you. DM me right now. Would that work? Little bit more powerful than me just taking a picture of Jamie and her husband and saying, sold. Yes or yes? Yeah. Story.
Brooke, what do you do about the ones that just don't really have the story per se? Like sometimes it's just a pretty normal, smooth, everything went well.
Oh, no, 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 no. There's always a story. Every move, our tagline is every move has a story. Every move has a story. Find it. Every move has a story. There is always a reason someone's moving. There's always a life event why someone's moving. It is always. They got married, they got divorced, they had a baby, they became empty nesters, they got a raise, they got a life, they moved jobs, they decided to invest in properties, they wanted to gain wealth, they had to sell mom and dad's property, there was a death in the family. There is always a reason. Always. And the call to action could be, if you or anyone else is experiencing this with your family and you have to put your parents in foster care, please call me. I understand this. Or if you or anyone else is going through a hardship in your life, I promise you I can help you. There's always a story. It's our job to find it. If we don't have the heart in this, we're just transactional. And no one just wants someone to be transactional. They hire you because of your heart. Good question. I appreciate that question. And hopefully that helped a lot of other people too, because I'm sure that you weren't the only one thinking that. Okay. And Jamie, what I'm going to go with that, and this is cliche because everyone says it, but it's so true. People really don't care what you know until they know you care. So if you don't know why they're moving, it's transactional. They got to know you care. You got to have your heart into it too. Good? Yeah. Good. All right. What questions do we have? Hopefully that was helpful to be able to put it all together. Questions? Anyone have questions? Okay, let me just look at the chat, see how long or short. We hope answered that. Okay. Canva, good. Last part. Yes, use whatever you want. Listen, anything I've shared with you in the last 2 days is yours. Steal it all. Steal everything. My goal, how do you translate that story in social media? Just like that. Just tell the story. Congratulations to my buyer. I'm so excited for them. They came to me with this issue. This is how we solved it. This was the outcome. If you have the same issue, come to me. I'd love to help you. You can keep it short. You can do it in a reel. You can take pictures through the process if they allow you to. And you can do a carousel with, and they can swipe through. You don't even have to have pictures of the client. You can just tell the story without their name. You can talk to the camera and do a video, tell the story. You can tell that story in less than a minute. Boom, 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 boom. Right? If you just have that outline and you just know real quick, video and carousel are really big on Instagram right now. If you don't have a charity and would like to donate, I suggest Blue Star Mother. Yes, Linda is extremely passionate. Yes, Linda, I love you. And I'd be happy to accept those donations. Yes. Way to do the plug, girl. I love the boldness. Okay. All right. So anything that you have gotten from these past 2 days, yours to use. Don't even say you got it from me. Just say it's yours. Like whatever. I don't care. Like just use it. Okay. Hopefully you got a ton of value. I will leave you with a couple things. If you want to make $100,000, we're talking like, if hopefully you all make that. Okay. Plus, if you want to make $100,000, please make it a goal to give $1 million in value. If you want to make $1 million in value, please, or if you want to make $1 million, please make it a goal to give 10 million in value. Okay. We have to want to give more value. This is unique value. We can't just expect to be compensated if we're not giving enough more value. We give first, and then it comes back, and it does come back tenfold. It just might not come back where you expect it from or when, but it does come back. So when you are out there serving clients or when you are putting stuff on social media, don't ever be afraid to give more. Oh, I don't want to give all my secrets because I don't want them to take it and have somebody else do it. I don't want them to just, no. That is a scarcity mindset. Give value wherever you are, and it will come back to you. If you have the mindset that wherever you are and you are like, I'm going to make $1 million, I'm going to give 10 million in value, you will. You will. With that said, I want to just share with you my goal for these 2 days was to just give you a ton of value. And I really hope that you got that. I really do. Now, I am going to give you a call to action because I am in sales. And what a horrible coach I would be if I did not ask for your business, because I would expect for you to give value to your potential clients and ask for their business, right? Now, if this is your time, perfect. If it's not, that's okay too. I am not attached to the outcome. It has to be a win for all of us. However, I do want to share with you a couple things about what we have going on. Right now, I have a break-free program. If you're not familiar with my break-free program, get familiar with it. It is my most popular program. It is off the hook. Okay. Lori, who was giving the testimonial yesterday, who came on, this is where we work on identity, and you are getting all of the tools to build a repeat and referral business. You are getting the playbooks, you are getting everything. It is a 12-week program. You have recordings for life, you have worksheets, and we meet once a week. I keep it extremely small group, so everybody has very, very individualized time. Okay. It's a 12-week program. The only goal is a complete transformation. Everything is different after break free. Everything. Right now, that's a $2,500 program. Right now, we're offering $500 off for February 6th. It starts February 6th. So if you sign up within, I think, Josh, when is that code good for? Till midnight on Sunday? Midnight on Sunday. If you sign up by midnight on Sunday, use the code VALUE500. VALUE500, it will give you $500 off. You'll have immediate access to the videos and the worksheets. and we will meet once a week on Thursdays for an hour. You will have access to me as well. I also do offer one-on-one coaching. The packages are in there. My one-on-one coaching are in packages of, I believe, 4, 7, and 10. Josh, can you just put the link in there of my packages? Now, those are the packages where you're going to have like a real transformation. Those are where you're going to get me, and I'm going to be walking you through hand-in-hand coaching. I also understand that there are people who are not ready for that or just don't want that, and that's okay. If that is you, I do also have what is called the Realtor Success Toolkit. Now, you're not going to have any like training with me personally, but you will have pre-recorded videos for life that I've done, the worksheets for life. And then what those sessions are is how to build your team of allied resources for networking and referral business, your sphere of influence, how to work that and build a business with repeat and referral, your social media, your there's one more. What is it? Allied reads, farming and how to farm effectively. Okay. I also have a bonus session in there too, where I give you the playbook of how to throw effective client appreciation events. So you're getting all of those, all of them have videos, all of them have worksheets. That is a kit. This is a no-brainer. It's under $300. It's $297. Like, it's ridiculous. You literally are getting playbooks and videos and like just checklist things for under $300, $297. If you start with that and then you decide, you know what, I would like more, I would like to go into break free, or I would like to get one-on-one coaching, we'll just take that $297 off and discount that from the other program, no problem. So if you are wanting more of wherever this masterclass took you and you're feeling compelled, I would love to work with you. But regardless, I hope you got a lot of value. So if you are on the fence or you're not sure what program is the best fit for you, let me know. Schedule a discovery call with me. Josh, can you please put the link to schedule a discovery call in with me? We'll meet. I know a lot of coaches have like someone else meet with you and then they'll decide, but no, you'll meet with me and we'll decide together what the best fit for you is based off of your individual goals and what you want to accomplish. And we'll decide what program or what type of coaching would be the best fit. Okay. So those links are in there for you guys. We'll send those also in the recap. But I cannot wait to see your value propositions. And also, it would be really exciting if you would send me some of your value propositions so I could see them and cheer you on and just like root for you along the way. So if you have any questions, please get with me. And thank you for being here. We'll send you the worksheets, the videos, and all the links for everything this afternoon. Okay? I look forward to working with many of you. Thanks for being here. We'll see ya.